My name is Humaka Makasimi, and today we are teaching you about content creation 001. That's the first basic training on content creation. And we must tell you that content creation is just one way to become the next millionaire in 2023. Yes, it's possible for you to make money on by creating content. It's possible for you to make just not money but millions of dollars by just creating content. But to be frank with you, it is it's not really easy to make money overnight by just creating content. So content creation requires time, and it requires consistent. It also requires dedication. So our first training tonight, we are talking about content creation 001. So what is content creation? That's the question a lot of people will be asking us tonight. What is content creation? And content creation is simply means producing. Content creation simply means just producing an information. That's what I call content creation. Producing what? Information. So when I mean producing information, it means that some people may decide to produce information about this, about that. That is content. They create content, they produce information. They can also engage people. Content what? Creation. So to the best of our to a layman understanding, I'll say content creation as more or less as a system to communicate to the people, to your audience. That is what we call content creation. So then somebody is doing what? Somebody is creating content. When you are creating content, it means that you are creating a more or less an information for a particular set of people or for your audience. So that is why now that's the first thing. That's what is content creation. Secondly, what are the skills needed by a content creator? Now for you to be a very good content creator, you must have a knowledge of what? Video editing. Especially when you are creating video content, you must have a knowledge of video editing. If you want to be a content creator and you don't have knowledge on video editing, it means that you are not ready to be a content creator yet. So the first skill you need is to do what? Have knowledge on video editing. Second skill you need is you need to understand social media. When I mean social media, I mean you need to understand social media marketing. You need to understand, for example, if you are creating content and your intention is to post your content on Facebook, or your intention is to post your content on YouTube, and you don't know how to use Facebook, you don't know how to promote your content on YouTube, you don't know how to post your content on these different platforms you want to use, it means it becomes difficult for you to use those platforms and then push your content. So your content cannot be complete if there is no audience. You cannot just say I'm a content creator and yet there is no audience that views, watch, or you engage with your content. So if we create this video today and no person watch this video did not reach to anybody for even in the next 100 years, it means that we don't have an audience for our what? Content. And for that, at that particular point, it becomes difficult for us to go an extra mile, for us to achieve our target or reach the number of people, or even earn a living by creating a content. So no content creator can actually earn a living without having an audience. Most times what you see on internet is that this content creator, this comedian have bought a new house worth over 80 million. This content creator have bought something worth 100 million. So person have bought a new car. It is now trending all over social media that content creators now buy car almost monthly. some to an extent even have to go an extra mile of even giving out card to people that have worked with them maybe for over time. So what am I talking about? Most of those content creators do what? There is always a platform for their videos to be uploaded. Now the next thing we are looking at is, we have talked about what content creation is, which we talked about content creation has to do with producing information, producing a content that is meant for a particular set of people. We also say that content creators must have an audience. That is one. We talked about skill needed by a content creator. We say that one of the skill needed by a content creator is what? Video editing. That is, you must understand how to edit videos. And second skill, which I believe should be very important to any content creator, is what? Second skill is what? Second skill have to do with what? Mastering social media, which I call social media management. So as a content creator, you should be able to do what? Understand how social media works, how to promote or post your content. While the third skill, which I will call content management, you should also understand how to manage your content, not just content management, but content marketing. Content marketing is one of the basic things that separates the celebrities that are creating content and the local people that are creating content with no audience. So once you understand content marketing, that is the reason why, despite that Davido, as a popular singer, as a popular musician that have even toured almost around the continent, despite being a celebrity that almost everybody knows, he still spend so much money in promoting his video. Most of those celebrities you see, superstars you see that sing song, most times when they tell you how much they spend in promoting one of their music, it will shock you. That is what we call content marketing. Despite that they are celebrity, they spend millions of naira to promote each most times each and every song they sing, they promote it millions of naira at the end of the day. So, and it comes with returns of millions and billions. So what am I trying to say? That you must understand what we call content marketing. So when we're talking about content marketing, we are talking about that there are different platforms, there are different ways for a content creator to promote his or her content. And now that is one. There are different ways for the content creators to promote his and their content. So, but before we go to the third one, which is how to avoid copyright, I must say this before we go to that. I must say this: as a content creator, you don't just rush into and say I want to be a this is the international aspect, so it's very, very important I say this. As a content creator, you don't just rush and say I want to be a content creator, let me just start doing this, or let me start doing the other one. You need to understand first, what aspect of content creation do you want to go into? What aspect of content creation will you want to go into? That's the question you should ask yourself, because content creation is like it's just like a university. You don't just find yourself in the four walls of a university. You also ask yourself, what course do I want to study in the university? So that also applies as a content creator. So as a content creator, you must ask yourself a question: what aspect of content creation do I want to venture into? I told a friend of mine who works in an agricultural farm. I told him that yes, you may have desire to go into relationship talk and all the rest of them, but where you are already working is also a content. Where you are already working, like in the farm you are working, we have fishery aspect, to have different poultry, different aspects. And if you can also just use 1 minute and create content on each of these aspects every day as you come to the office, it's already content of its own, and those things will not even stress you. At the end of the day, people will start making orders to buy different products from your farm. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this: you have to choose the aspects you want to go into. You don't wake up in the morning and say, as I'm a content creator, I want tomorrow you talk about relationship and marriage and sex. Maybe the next day you go into politics, Tinubu slap Bola Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku goes to court. The next day you move, and you may start talking about maybe something else different. So as a content creator, you must choose the aspects you want to venture into. What aspect of content creation do you want to go into? Most of our musicians, most of them are into music. They sing and they sing and they focus every day on singing. And then one thing about content creation, that when you have gotten the audience you need, you can actually move into other aspects you want to go into. Once you have gotten the audience you are looking for, you have 1 million followers or 500,000 followers, you can try to little switch or open another different things to also do that can match up with what you're already doing. Just like a company, when you are doing this business, you have opened this business is working very well, you can also decide to open another business and venture into it. But what I'm trying to say in essence is this: as a content creator, what aspect of content creation do you want to go into? Are you a comedian? Do you want to? So I frown most time when I see a friend of mine created a Facebook page about 3 months or before months ago, and today he have about 500 followers, and he was telling me that I should help him to grow followers. Let me start. I was like, what content do you create on your Facebook page? No content. What you do is most time to copy people's video on TikTok and then repost it without even editing anything in that particular video you copied. So the guy in question does not even create any content. So I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say in essence is this: you have to choose the aspect of content creation you want to go into. What aspect of content creation do you want to go into? What area of content creation will you want to venture into? Are you into farming? Do you like talking about politics? Do you want to just go about locations? Like we personally have done different aspects of content creation. We have done relationship aspect of content creation. We have done what what we call some location aspect of content creation, whereby we go to different locations, we show people drone views of different locations, and we have a lot of followers people following us just because we started posting videos on different locations. This is the view of Aba, this is the view of Port Harcourt Road, this is the view of Umuahia, this is the view of Sosobi Street. A lot of people even in diaspora, they want to have a view of what is happening in Nigeria. So what am I trying to say in essence is this: what I'm trying to say in essence is this, that as someone who wants to go into content creation, you should have in mind the first thing you're supposed to do is, what aspect of content creation do I want to go into? I trained somebody on content creation last year, and at the end of the day he went into comedy. Not just comedy, he went into street interview where he just answers people. He does only prank and interview, turn 360. What do you like in a man? What do you do this? And that today he have a lot of followers, and people are following him, and have what we call organic followers. People who are following him started following him from zero followers to over 7,000 to 10,000 for about 10,000 followers or thereabout. From 0 followers to about 10,000 followers, and people are following him. He have not run ad in his account for one day, but people are really following him by the content he creates. So when you make a post now, you can see like 200 people liking that post. Why? Because people that are following that page are following the page based on the content that particular page is creating. For instance, if I'm talking about politics today, and I talk about politics from now to next year, to the end of this year, talk about politics from 0 followers, it means that at the end of the day, people that are going to follow this page will only be people interested in politics, and they will be loving to join in any discussion that have to do with politics. So that is the aspect. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you should choose the area you want to venture into. You should also plan Just like just like when you want to go into a business, you have to do a visibility study, look at the advantage and all the rest of them. Because I've told one of my friends who was an agricultural aspect and wants to go into content. I told him that if you go into content on agriculture, you're going to make money, if not for anything, for the next, if not now, but for the next 1 to 2 years. That is if you are doing it without promoting. But if you have money to promote it, I can assure you, in the next 3 to 6 months, you can start making money. Like money, I mean money. I mean you can start getting a living from people ordering what you are doing in your farm. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because you already have the farm, you have the fish, you have the you have everything you need. And people all over the world, people in Nigeria, they want to buy different farm products which comes from your industry. And I'm telling you this, create a name that have to do with something farm or something agricultural aspects that are more have to be attached to it, and start posting videos every day. Just one video, if not one video or two videos on each segment. You can come to that and show us video of how they how all this fish how they eat, how do they eat food. You just put all this food and now and people and explain to how they eat food, just in within maybe within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just do it consistently, and at the end of it start sending us videos of the finished product you have, the ones that are available for sale. Start doing it consistently every day. People will start ordering for one thing or the other, and even coming for training if you have permission for training. So that also apply in every aspect. So when I'm talking about relationship, for example, apart from Facebook or internet paying you directly money when you meet the requirement, when you're talking about relationship and you have good followers, definitely, if you are the one that are educating people about relationship, sex, romance and all the rest of them, in the next and you have good followers about it, apart from internet paying you from it, on different people can also invite you, different organization can invite you to come and speak about relationship. I have a lot of friends that speak on relationship, and they charge a very good sum of money for just speaking on relationship. Why? Because they already have a fan base where they have spoken in the past about relationship, and a lot of people are following them. So when you hear that so person is coming to talk about relationship, everybody will be happy to see them. Just like when you hear that one content creator, one comedian is coming to your city, a famous person online like Sabinus, for instance, you will be like, hey, Sabinus, I got Sabinus. Why? Because they have created the content and people, he already have a face. So what are we saying in essence is that to you need to understand, ask yourself questions on the aspects, on the areas you want to go into, and try and grow what I call organic followers. Don't just rush and say, let me boost my page, or let me boost my page at the beginning aspects, when you don't have any content. You don't have any content yet, you want to boost your page. What are people coming to your page or your profile? What are they coming to see? Is it the one content you created? So you need to have content first before you talk about boosting, promoting your page. The third thing we're talking about is what? How to avoid copyright violation. Most times, most content, most incoming or most people that create content as of today, that are new into content creation, they make some kind of content, they make some kind of what I call copyright violations. And with once I think copyright violation, it means that Facebook can never pay you money for that, can never pay you money even if you create 1 million content. YouTube can never pay you money. No, most site that pays money like Facebook, like YouTube, another platform, they may hardly pay you money for that, for using copyright content. But one of the major thing is this: when you are using copyright content and you feel that there is no other way for you to grow apart from using copyright content, one of the things is that once you have grown followers, maybe to 500,000 or 1 million or thereabout, one of the only things that you become a celebrity. Secondly, you can use your platform to sell anything, like anything online. You can use your platform to sell anything. People can actually come and say, come and help us do this or do this. Like I have a friend is that he come online and he sings other people's music, like he create a kind of a comedy, like a kind of let me give an example. This Odeyewu music, he can come and come with his he can just put on a small short and make it a kind of a fun and say Odeyewu MC, sing it. So people that are going to watch it, that will like, they'll just be laughing, like the content he creates. And at the end of the day, that music Odeyewu plays on the background. So when that music Odeyewu plays on the background, it becomes what copyright violation. That particular content is no longer your content. This is not Odeyewu content. So if it's for example, if it's on YouTube and you create that kind of content, if you are supposed to make $1 million or 1 million naira from it, Odeyewu, person that sang Odeyewu will make that 1 million. You will not make any money from that. The only thing that you become a celebrity, that and so somebody that just sang a song, like any kind of new song that just in the market, panting on iro, onye nwe ihe anọ n'iro, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me in Aba, give it to me in Owerri, give it. Somebody that just sang a new song, that just need a way to promote his song, can easily reach you and say this guy is very good in promoting songs. That's the only way. That's one of the major ways you can make money when you are a celebrity, and maybe all your contents are you all violated that particular test of copyright. You all violated it, so you can still make money, but not from Facebook, not from YouTube, not from different platforms. But you can still make money by charging people for your services when you have made the name, when you have made that name. So but what I'm not telling you as somebody that is going into content creation is this: avoid copyright songs. Now let me give you an example. Have you listened to Sabinus content? Oga Sabinus Moon. So that background sound, instead of putting tananana 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 or putting all kinds of that kind of music, what Sabinus does is he went to studio and create a background sound. Oga Sabinus Mumu, Oga Sabinus Mumu, it's too funny, it's too dey full, that kind of stuff. So you think about Funny Bros, you don dey fine, Funny Bros, you don so Funny Bros went and created his own background sound. So if you have so much interest, or if you are looking towards going into content creation in a big way, you must think about creating your special sound. It's not even difficult for you to create. You can go to a studio, they can charge you 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira to create or thereabout. It's not just you can also use your phone to create it and then maybe edit it properly, put a sound on it. So that is it on that particular aspect. What are we saying when trying to say that? We are saying this: avoid putting anybody's background music. Avoid putting people's music. If I go to any program, for example, I want to do a live video. If I go to any program, I want to do a live video, and a DJ is playing sound, is playing music of Celine Dion for automatically, if I go live on my Facebook or my Instagram, there will be a violation that the sound in this record is what? The sound in this record is not my own. There will be a violation of copyright. It's not my own. So what it means that in fact Facebook will even advise you to delete that video or to agree that it's not your own. So most time if it's on Facebook, I'll delete the content, especially when there is no much reaction on this content. I'll delete on. So what am I trying to say is that avoid putting people's backgrounds, putting music, whether sound, anything on, and later on in a subsequent training, not today, I will give you how to download background sound. There are background sound you can download on YouTube that is free from copyright, like YouTube. That's what they call YouTube library. There is a YouTube audio library where you can download sound that are free from copyright. So YouTube on its own created that particular different sound to help content creators who need sound in their content. They can download those sound and make use of it. Apart from downloading those sound approved by YouTube that you can actually use to create your content. If you go to any site, any website, any place and just copy somebody's sound and you start to use that particular content, you may end up here see violation in your YouTube at the end of the day. If you don't see it now, tomorrow when you become maybe when the content becomes to go viral, somebody can wake up in the morning and say this is my content, and he will write to YouTube or to Facebook or whatever. Once the person writes, and automatically anybody using that particular content will be requested to withdraw it and like to withdraw it. And now what happens is that the person takes complete ownership of that content. So I think we have dwelled so much on people avoiding, for able to avoid copyright content. We have dwelled so much about it. So what we are saying in essence and in conclusion on that is this: avoid using people's sound, avoid using people's videos too. So now if you want to make use of people's video, like what is trending now right now basically on Facebook and other different sites, you see Arise TV will do a video right now with P2B. Tomorrow morning that video is now everywhere on the internet. So what we have realized in that aspect is this: when you post the same video from Arise Television, already that content is not your content. So but you realize that most time people try to recreate that video from Arise Television. People try to recreate that particular video, but most times those big companies like Arise TV, Channels Television and all the rest of them, most of them will not come to you like to write and demand for those, like on Facebook basically, to write and then demand for those content to be pulled down off to get revenue from it. But notwithstanding, if it's on YouTube basically, where most of those things are digitalized, more digitalized in that aspect, it's advised that you don't just use anybody's content. If you want to use, for example, even this video that is playing right now, if you must use the video and if you want to use it, you have to recreate that particular video. You can, that's why most time when you go online right now on Facebook, you see most of the content creators that want to make use of people's video, they end up bringing that people's video close, edit it, like what we can also call it overlay out. They can put the people's video in this particular aspect. While they are in this particular aspect, their face can be there. They can just be there as if they are talking, while the person here is the one speaking everything. So in that particular aspect, it may not be still be referred as a like a copyright content. This is now, they have now recreated that content. This is now to an extent, this is now their own content. And but notwithstanding, if there's any music that plays in that particular video, like a background music that plays in that particular video, that content is still not yours, because any sound, like any music that plays in any video, if you play any most of those music are registered. So anybody that is sing one song can come online and register that particular song in that particular platform. So when that song, once it plays, you see what you hear is copyright. So what we say in essence is this: avoid any using people's sound, videos and all the rest of them. So you cannot say you are a content creator without creating content. So you must first of all think and tell yourself, what content or what aspect do I want to go into? Now fine, we are now the fourth one. We're looking at how to go into content creation. We have talked about it. We want to talk about it. We are talking about saying that for you to go into content creation, that you have to go into content creation is that first of all you sit down and you think about your profession first. What are you into? Think about what do you like, what do you love doing. I have a friend, Brian. He's my senior colleague then in the bank. He's still in the bank right now. I enjoy watching most of his content. Do you know the content he does? He does content on what he call Mr. Banker. He come online and advise people every day. Just do 1 minute video and advise people how to prevent fraud in their account, how to prevent people using their ATM, how ways to the 4 ways to block their ATM card before it is being hijacked. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: you have to think about what you love, also consider what you are also doing. That is the best way for you to go into content creation. Because just like my boss, Neo Sire said, he said he said that in future there will be more content creators than teachers. That like people that like teachers will be what you call content creation, because people want to learn. People want to learn tailoring, fashion designing. People want to learn photography. People want to learn how to press computer. People want to learn how to play music. People want to learn everything. Like people really want to learn, but they don't really like the pattern of teaching in school, where you go and start for one semester to another, from one semester to another, for just for you to learn mass communication. People really want to learn mass communication, but to attend one lecture the other one. So are we going to change the teacher, or do we change the process? So what am I trying to say is this: for you to go into content creation, you have to understand the aspects you love doing. You have to understand the aspects you love doing. What aspect do you love doing? What is your like? I have a friend who works in a studio. Every day he creates content for people. So just by being in the studio and creating content for people, it's already a content. So there are different ways. So how do you go into content creation? And what I'm trying to say in that particular field is that for you to go into content, how you can go into content creation is by you choosing. It's not like going into content creation is just like telling you going into the course, choosing a course, choosing a career. Because content creation is not like more or less like a career, a course you want to go into. Because you don't just go into one today, tomorrow you come out, you go into one, tomorrow you come out, you go into one. At the end of the day, it becomes very very difficult for you to grow in content creation, and that really affects most of us. It really affects most people too. But when you see people who are focused into doing one particular thing, do it dedicatedly, diligently, dedicate their time and everything, and do it for the next 1 year, they must succeed. So what am I trying to say in essence is this: going into content creation is not what you rush to say you want to do. Just like I told you, a friend of mine that opened a Facebook page today, he don't have one content he have created by himself. Why? Because he just wanted to go into content creation, because he heard that people are making money. So you don't just rush and say let me create content. You have to choose the aspect. Sit down and ask yourself what aspect you want to go into. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and what I have created in the past before we continue. Now, my name is Mwaka Makasmia. I've been into content creation for the past 12 to 15 years. And I did it deliberately, not because of money, but I did it because of the joy I have in doing it. So like one of the Facebook page I opened was opened about 12 years ago when I was still in school. So I opened it not just because of I needed money, but I wanted to communicate to people about information about the institution. So after creating the Facebook page, I have to every day engage people, informing people. 7 years after my graduation, the school was now inviting me to work as part of their media team in giving that information, and from there earn a living from there. So the same thing applied even where I was working as working under my TV in SMO company there in Abia State. So what do? We sell satellite decoders, we install dish and all the rest of them. So I went into content creation on installation of this, and I started advertising. I went into content creation on my TV product and services. At the end of the day, within the past 1 year to 2 years, people were started ordering for decoders online. There was time I sold decoder for up to 200,000 naira in a month from the internet, not from people people that don't even know me as a person. So one of the highest money I've made on the internet was through the same platform, when the company was organizing a promo that almost every part of the country wanted to join into it, and I was the face of the company on the internet. Everybody was calling me every day by day that they needed a product from me. So I made so much money that I won't even want to start calling how much I made on that particular promo, because it runs even in millions. So what am I trying to say in essence is this, that for you to go into content creation, you have to choose the aspect you want to go into. So one of the videos we made on YouTube here have over 100,000 views. That is on satellite installation, because we are into satellite installation. Those contents we made was on satellite installation. Have over 100,000 views, and over 2,000 people that subscribe to our channel are from that particular platform. So you have to choose what aspect are you into. What aspect do you want to go into? You don't wake up in the morning and say, I want to talk about love, I want to talk about relationship, let me just go into relationship and talk about it. End of the day, it will become difficult for you to handle only over time, because you don't have passion to talk about relationship. So what aspect do you want to go into? It becomes a very big question. You have to sit down and analyze it and think about it intensively for you to now say, I want to really go into this aspect. But I always advise people based on my experience, that one should also always go into what you have passion to do. And as you are going to what you have passion to do, also consider your environment. Consider your workplace. For example is this: if I work in a very big farm company that are into poultry, that are into both fishery, different aspects, like it's as big as university, an agricultural farm company that's into it, and my passion is to go into relationship. For example, I will go into relationship, but because the farm where I work doesn't have a social media presence, and mind you, somebody like me, I am a social media manager. Like, I manage a social media account personally, I must open a social media account for that company. If I don't want to open it for the company, I can open it for myself, like Casimir Farm online, where I can just show online and show people different things on that particular farm, and show people some basic things about it, and do it every day by day. Give me the next 1 year, there's no way people will not start ordering. I'm not talking about Facebook paying me, Instagram paying me, YouTube paying me, whatever. Once I engage people and people follows me, there's no way people will not start ordering for one thing or the other from me, based on what I am posting. As long as I am reliable, as long as I have a name and a reputation that I built, people must definitely order for one thing or the other. Now let me ask you a question: why do you think that companies sign brand ambassadors? Why do you think that Peak Milk is looking for brand ambassador? Why do you think that this Odogu Peters have contacted different celebrities to become their brand ambassadors? Why do you think that all these people that have made fame are becoming brand ambassadors? Somebody that does not use Loss soap is a brand ambassador to Loss. Why did the celebrities are brand ambassadors? Why is that celebrities like content creators that have made name are brand ambassadors? Do you know the reason? The reason is simple. The reason is because they have built name, they have built fame, they have a reputation and an image to protect. So whenever you hear that Sabinus is advertising a golden banana, says, and this banana, Sabinus bring this banana and say, go and buy a banana 5,000 naira at Jumia. People who want to buy the banana will go like, what is special about this banana Sabinus is advertising? So people who want to. So I'm using that as an example. That's the reason why I said that once, as a content creator, once you have up to 100, example 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, already you're a celebrity. You're already a celebrity. But you don't even need to have 100,000 followers to become a celebrity. You can also have 10,000 followers and become a top celebrity. Because we have a page that have about 29,000 followers, and we have a post reach of over 1.5 million people monthly that comes to our page. 1.5 million to 6 million people comes to our Facebook page. So what am I trying to say is that once you have built a name, once you have built fame with the content you are creating, that you are a celebrity and you are one step to become millionaires. And once you have followed the process of avoiding copyright. That is if you avoiding copyright, that is if you intend any direct money from like Facebook, like YouTube and all the rest of them. That's why you can avoid copyright. But if you don't have any intention of any money from this platform, you just want to become celebrity or want to become famous and earn money directly from marketing or advertising for people, then you can just swim on those things and continue. Now the fifth one we're talking about tonight is how to choose a field. Okay, I already talked about it. How to choose a field on content creation, which I've already talked about it already. That for you to choose a field on content creation, that you have to understand the area you want to go into. I give an example of somebody that work in a bank that's talking about content creation, different aspects you should avoid, like avoid showing your ATM pin. If somebody calls you on phone, avoid revealing so number to the person. Avoid this, avoid that. Then one of the latest video he did, which I watched, was like he said, no matter whatever, no matter the way you want to make money, if anybody asks you to provide the account number for him or her, to that is personally he's having any issue, I should help him with the account, his brother want to pay him money to his account, that once he pays any money to the account, that will give you 100,000 naira commission. To the ones and any money that pass you into your account, that you are liable for it. So that's what the online bank is selling on. Anybody that enters into your account, you are liable to it. So by him educating us on that already, he's doing what? He's creating content. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. And now he work in the bank, so it becomes easy for him to get the information on the bank. It becomes easy for him to even stay in his office and do a 1-minute video on that. So one of the things I must say that is very important before I drop this online video tonight, but we are not yet done, is this: please, as a content creator, you must be consistent. You must be consistent. You must never give up. When I mean consistent is this: it's better you do a 1-minute video every day and post it every day than doing a 5-minute video that you post this week and you never post again for till the next week. So you must post your content every day. People, see, I must tell you this: there's no content you create now that people are not going to watch. There's no content, even if for example your content is eating banana, your content is eating banana, you just open your Facebook or your content, what you do online is to eat banana. In the morning you do video, you eat banana. This banana is sweet. If that's the only thing you do, eating banana online, eat it consistently, post the video every day, eat that banana consistently every day for the next 1 year, and you see yourself buying a house in Victoria Island. One of the celebrities we have right now in Imo State, his job is just to eat food. His all content is eating food. He don't even talk. You bring rice, eat rice. Bring beans, eat beans. Bring beer, take 1 bottle of beer. Bring indomie, eat indomie. Open bread, eat bread. Bring small start, open small start, drink. Creating content, that's the content creation. So today is eating rice with beer, with small stout, with maybe with banana, with akpu, with small soup, akpu and other things. So he's doing different things online, but all his content is focused on food. So anybody that comes to his content want to see the latest food he's eating. What am I trying to say? If you start creating content on eating food already, like there was a time I was eating chicken, my content is eating chicken, I just carry chicken and eat chicken. I love eating chicken. I will not even talk. People will start following me. This guy have money, this guy eat chickens, this guy eat chicken, he can eat chicken. Have you seen the kind of eating chicken he eat? See, if I have a passion, if I want to go into that particular aspect, if I want to go to that particular aspect of eating food online, maybe eating chicken online, I try to eat chicken every like eat chicken. I'm not even eating finished. The funny thing is that I may not even finish the whole chicken. I can buy a very big chicken like this and just eat one for the next 5 minutes. I've created that one content and the video will end. Tomorrow morning I'll turn the chicken the other way around, so you don't even know that I've eaten one lap, and then I'll draw the one lap from there and eat. So people watching me online will not even know how that is. I'm still eating one chicken for the next 1 week. So what am I trying to say? That there is nothing you do. Content creation simply means creating information, reaching people. That is what content creation is all about. So and then the next part we are going into is content creation marketing. Content creation marketing. We have talked about 6 things tonight. Content creation marketing, that's the last thing we are looking at tonight. Content creation marketing. I have a friend, one of the guys that have paid for his training. Content creation marketing is one of the things I feel basically he lacks, apart from some other aspects which he may need to improve on. But content creation marketing has to do with what? It's not that you don't create good content. If you look at most celebrities we see most times on the internet, online, if you compare most what they are creating to what some other people are creating, who are still local. Now when I mean local, I mean they have not gone global, they have not reached the number of followers they have. You will realize that there's no that most celebrities are not even creating much thing like that. Like, what am I trying to say is this: content creation marketing skill is one of the basic things you need. I think we will do a special video on that content creation marketing skills, and we'll explain that one more in detail. But I'll try my best to do justice to that training tonight. So what about content creation marketing? What I'm talking about is this: you have created a content. That's one. Second thing is the marketing that content. How do you market the content you have created? One of the ways you can market the content you created is by copying the links to possibly maybe to your WhatsApp friends WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group that have over 200 people following that WhatsApp group. You can drop you can drop your link to there. People can decide to follow you from there. You can you can also promote that content. For example, if you are posting content on YouTube, basically most times there are some hashtags you need to apply. There are some tags you need to apply on YouTube to enable people that search that tags online can also direct to you, can also find you. So the same thing applies to Facebook. There are some tags you need to also put on your video, not just posting your video like that. The same thing also apply on Instagram, because you cannot just post video on Instagram and I want to have 100 people viewing it without having a tag. The same thing happens even on Twitter. On Twitter, you cannot even write an article on Twitter without having a hashtag. Like if you go to Twitter, click on the start, you see what will appear there, which is trending. Those things that appears there. For example, if you are posting any link on Twitter, trending, if you copy like 5 or 6 trending links and put it on your post, like after writing your content, you can write hashtag. The trending link is Tinubu. Second trending link will be Obi goes to court. Third trending link will be. So once they put all those trending links, people that are searching for the trending things will definitely direct back to your content. But I tell you what, one of the best links, like hashtag, you are supposed to likely going to put on is based on what they are talking about. If you do video on relationship, you need to have hashtag relationship, hashtag marriage, hashtag love, hashtag sex, hashtag kiss, hashtag. So those hashtags that can draw people to that connect to what you talked about or what you are talking about. Those hashtags can help to direct people to your content. Still on content creation marketing, one of the ways you can also promote your content is by advertising, by promoting. When was the last time did you promote your content? When was the last time you promoted your page or your content? But I always tell people at the beginning aspect, you don't need to rush to promote your page or to rush to promote your content. The first thing you're supposed to do is to create content. Like post the first content. For example, if you're creating content on relationship, you can post the first content on on relationship. Let me give an example on relationship. I can talk about on relationship. I can talk about different sex position. Men, only that particular content, different sex position, can draw 1 million people to view your Instagram or whatever, or your YouTube account. Give me 1 year, your account will be monetized. You start making money. First of all, you can talk for those that are talking about relationship, you can talk about different sex position. If you are into it though, if you can explain people, can explain better. You can talk about exercise men can do to last long in bed. Those are the, you can talk about how to avoid heartbreak, how to, so when you are done like 5 6 7 10 videos, for example 10 about 10 different content, posted them regularly, then what you cannot look about promoting one of your content. There is no content you promote that you will not get followers. Even if you just do content on how to eat, how to pursue woman, how to chase a woman, how to toast the girl. Go on YouTube now, type how to toast the girl. You see content having over 1 million people watching it. So people doing content on relationship have there are a lot of opportunities on relationship. But the one thing about special about content creation is this: there is no content that you create there is no opportunity in it. There is no content that you create right now there is no opportunity in it, unless you have not yet discovered the opportunity in that. So on the last thing which we are talking about, which is on content creation marketing, what we are talking about is this: you need to get different ways where you need to understand different ways where you can promote your content. Give me 5,000 naira, do a content and promote the 5,000 naira, and I bet you that over 5,000 to 10,000 people are going to come to that your content, click on it and watch it. So although that Facebook may not pay people that promote those each of their content, but the funny and interesting thing happens is just that once you promote the content, people will watch it, and once people watch your content, people will come back to watch some other videos in your content and also follow you, depending on the content you created. So what are you saying is that if you're a teacher, you can create special content on educational aspect, and educational aspect content pays well and pays even well better. And one thing about educational content is that over time they last forever. The content that I created more than 3 years ago, 4 years ago, is still trending even to today. So if there's nothing you are into that you cannot even create content with it, people want to watch videos online. People want to come online every day to watch videos. So what are you creating for people to watch? Don't create today and say you will not create tomorrow. So as a content creator, you must create content. You cannot be talking about content creation marketing when you are not creating content every day. You must create content every day, post your content every day. If possible, have a time to post your content, especially if you are creating video content on maybe anything. Let your audience know that by 7 o'clock or by 7 p.m. that your content is coming. So people will really wait for that particular content to come. If it's a weekly content, let people know that every Wednesday this content is coming online. Have you ever wondered why you are watching television and after watching maybe what's it called? It's been long I watched television anyway. After watching maybe Test by Moonlight, or this is Super Story, they say watch Super Story by next week Wednesday by 7 p.m. Super Story continues. What does it mean? It means that it have informed people, their audience, that by next week Wednesday 7 p.m. they should gather and wait for their content. So if you are creating content and people are not even aware, or you don't have any specific time date where people should expect your content, it means that you are not started. So you need to have a time, like every day by 7 p.m. I post my content, every day by 4 p.m. I post my content, every day by 5 p.m. I post my content. Let people be aware that your content are being posted online every day by 7 p.m. every day by 5 p.m. every day. So have a specific time where you can post your content. Have and one of the content creation marketing scheme we are talking about is this: don't make your content to be boring. Don't make your content to be boring. Don't really make your content to be boring. No matter whatever you want to talk about. One of the guy we have trained last, we told him this: you interviewed a girl and you attend the girl, when was the last time you have sex, for example. The girl was like, the last time I had sex was in 2018, or the first time I had, what was the first time I had sex was 2018. The guy was so rough. The guy was just speaking all kinds of grammar for over 30 minutes. So by the end of the day, he now say the guy hit me well, the guy knack me well, the guy did it well. So but now if you are supposed to now on content creation marketing, people are not interested to watch that 1 hour content, like that long 1 hour content. You have to cut a particular part of that content that people will be interested to watch first. So if anybody, I always tell people that once under the content creation marketing, there are a lot of things we are going to talk about, but in the next 10 minutes we'll summarize it. Once you draw people's attention to your once you draw people's attention to the any video, people are ready to watch it even for the next 30 minutes, even for the next 1 hour. Even if data even if data should be 5,000 people are ready to spend 5,000 naira data to watch your content. Don't always have an ideology that people are not ready to spend data to watch your content unless it's not interesting. And even that content that you feel that is not interesting, somebody want to watch it. To somebody else, it's interesting to somebody else. Like there was a content I was watching with my friend. It was content on will you marry a guy that lasts long in bed, or a guy that will you prefer a guy that lasts long in bed, or a guy that have money? Ladies, which one do you prefer? The girl was like, we'll go to hospital now, we'll check the guy. If the guy is having any medical problem, we will examine the guy. If he's the person that was asking the question was like, no, I mean the guy is already okay, he's well. It's not that he does not know how to do. It's not that he does not last long. He don't have much sex experience and all the rest. He was like, okay, in that case, a person that have money, a person that can knack well, I'll take the person that have money now, and do it again. And so the right ladies were like, the person that does not know how to knack well, but he loves me, I'll prefer that person. I'll gradually teach him how to knack me well, how to do it. So now when the editor was now editing the video, you will now see at the beginning aspect, what you will hear is when somebody asking him question, what you will now see is the girl say, I'll prefer a guy that can put it well, that can knack me well, that can do it well now to me, than a guy that cannot. So immediately not just only us, immediately audience generally hear a girl saying, I prefer a guy that knows that to knack me well. Like, I want to watch this full video. What is this person saying? Even if the guy talks for the next 30 minutes, people are ready to pay attention to hear everything. So what am I trying to say? Under content creation marketing, they are telling you that you need to, apart from social media, posting your skills and promoting your content, we're also telling you that you need to cut one sensitive aspect where you believe that your audience will be interested to hear or to know. I give you an example. I give you the last example on this before I can go to the other aspect. I give you the last example on this. I interviewed a lady about some years ago. I asked her a question: what do you prefer in a man? He said, I want a man that is God fearing. I want a man that is hardworking. I want a man that can treat me well. And then it does not really matter if he's so rich or wealthy. I just need a man that is God fearing, that can handle me well and all that. I asked another question: do you mean you don't like a man that have money? Do you mean you cannot marry a man that have money? He said, no, Money is very important. I cannot even do anything to a man that does not have money. No, you have to have money before you can now do any other thing. So she now continue to explain that I'm not saying you should be very very rich, but I'm saying you should be have money to take care of me and other things. So when she now was now explaining everything. But now for editor, for people like us, for us to edit the video, I have to cut that particular clip, cut it. And the first place I put was like, no, I cannot do anything with you if you don't have money. You must have money first before I can do anything with you, before I can be in relationship or marriage with you. So immediately I posted that video online. Everybody wanted to listen. What did this girl say? Even the girl herself wanted to listen to say, is this what I really said? Is it everything I said completely? So what I'm trying to say, online content marketing scheme for telling you that you have to understand what your audience are looking for, and make sure you cut that particular clip and let it be the intro aspect, the thing that will show first, and people will be like, Chineke, let me watch this thing to the end. That's what the content creation is talking about, content marketing is talking about. Imagine when the governor, when the governor said, when they said we brought in Kilimanjaro, our achievement in office was Kilimanjaro and Godi and fast food we brought in our state. We even paid people for 500 naira. We paid married people 500 naira after delivery. So, but that was not the only thing the governor said really. He said a lot of things and other achievements he brought, both road construction, both payment and other things. He said a lot of things. But when people were editing the video, they edited it and cut that particular place where he said 500 naira is enough for married for pregnant people that deliver. They only cut that place where he said my achievement in office was Kilimanjaro that I brought, and this other fast food that I brought. So the governor's achievement is not Kilimanjaro, a private company that is not, they cannot even apply up to maybe 1,500 people. So, but that's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that under content creation, people have to cut that particular place where that person seems he rather made a mistake, or he seems he say something interesting, or he seems he say something that can draw people's attention. So once he projected that place under that particular content, people will want to watch. Even if it's 1 hour video, people want to watch and hear everything he said. People want to. And the next thing under content creation marketing, the next thing is what I call cover page. I call it cover page. It is called thumbnail is the name. Thumbnail is the name. I also call it cover page, but online it's called thumbnail. So thumbnail is that, have you ever wanted to watch a video online and maybe you are just scrolling on Facebook or you're scrolling on YouTube or whatever platform, you just be like you are seeing a guy on top of a gear. They are not naked though, bear in mind, they are not naked, but you are still seeing a man that wants to make an advance in a gear. Maybe they want to have a sex with the gear or whatever. The position where they are sitting is like, you click on the video to watch. You click on the video to watch. You may end up watching a 1 hour video without seeing where they were about having sex again. So that is what they call thumbnail. So you may create a, like this video now that you are watching right now. The cover page of this video is not my face. It is written content creation or content marketing. That's what is written. So people did not even see my face. So somebody that want to watch content creation, searching it online, will just see the cover page and will like content creation. You may click on it to watch. That's then when you now start hearing what I'm saying, you may not stay. Let me now stay and watch to the end. So what am I trying to say? That as a under content creation marketing, we're telling you that number one is that you have to cut a clip that seems to be so much interesting to your audience. Secondly, we are saying that you have to put a thumbnail, that's a cover page, on each of your content that will draw people's attention to watch your content. For example, if you are into content creation on comedy, you added comedy with a girl and maybe it was like you people added some comedy at the end of the day, you want to post it online, you can take a picture when you are you want to kiss the girl lady, for example, or as if you are embracing the lady, or as if the lady wants to slap you or attempt slapping you, like slapping your cheek. You can take a picture of it and put it online. And anybody that is scrolling online and saying, how the girl wanted to fight me as a content. Example, how the girl fought me yesterday night. and there's other particular action. That is what the people will watch. That is what people will watch. So and we also say that we also need to promote and advertise your content. So my last message tonight is that content creation is a job of its own. It's really a job of its own, and it's something that can make you very rich and very wealthy. It's a job of its own. It requires time, it requires dedication, it's time consuming. I have a friend right now that is doing something greatly in Aba State. What does he do? You know what he does online? You know that Aba is more or less entrepreneurs, people that are into shoemaking, different things. He go every day to interview people that are into shoemaking, people that are into tailoring, people that are into this, and post each videos online. That is the content. And every day he's now from just 10,000 followers, within 1 month he have over 22,000 followers. And with the way he's going, before the end of this year he may clock up to 100,000 followers, because he's consistent and he's bringing content for people. So even where you're sitting is already content. That's the reason why when I see some videos we make by there's one married women that currently training, those couple that train online. Every day they are quarrel, they fight, they do all kinds of things. Is it Odogu or whatever, Odogu, Aisha and whatever. So what I say is as a content, because content has to do with creating information. Content has to do with creating news and putting it on internet for your audience to watch. That's what is called content. That is why your pastors and reverends are creating content. Yes, they are preaching, but they are creating content. Have you ever realized that as of last month, the pastor that brought that what God cannot do does not exist, the information was leaked that is one of the richest content creator, not just in Nigeria but among the world. It's one of the richest. Facebook is paying him hugely. YouTube is even paying him hugely because his content is viewed by thousands of people. So by just creating his content and preaching every blessed day his content, may the Lord bless you. I'm not playing. I am creating content. After praying every blessed morning, he prays 7 o'clock every blessed morning. My dear, he's creating content and he's praying and reaching people. Do it for the next 1 year. People will invite you for program. I'm not telling you what I have not yet done or what I have not practiced before in every different aspect. I'm telling you today. For example, if you have a call of being a minister or preacher of God, create a Facebook page and add it to your name with your anointing. Come every morning by a particular time frame. Preach, pray online. People will follow you. Next day, people will start looking for how to help you to support your ministry. So I think we have come to the end of our night program. Let me have a recap of the 6 things we discussed this night. But please, if you are watching us online and you have a question, I would advise you to drop your question as while we prepare for our next lesson. Drop your questions if you have any question. One of the things we talked about tonight was content creation 001. We talked about what content creation is. Content creation is about creating content, it's about creating information, it's about reaching audience and reaching to followers. We talked about skills needed by content creators. We said that one of the skills needed by content creators is video editing. Is one of we talked about different. Okay, we are seeing. Drop a comment if you are watching us. Please drop a comment. We are going through your comments. Okay, he said you should learn something tonight. Thank you very much. So thank you for your comments. Thank you very much. So there are a lot of we talk about skills needed by content creators. We talked about it intensively, both video editing skills, both content marketing skills, and all the rest of them. A lot of skills we needed. We talked about it tonight. We also talked about people should avoid copyright. That's the third point we discussed. People should avoid copyright violations. We talked about the fourth thing we talked about was how to go into content creation. We talked about that people, for you to go into content creation, that you should, it's not like you going to a university, not like you going to a course, not like you choosing a career. You should take your time and decide what you want to go into. It's not like, for example, if I'm in Abuja city, for example, and I don't have anything in mind, maybe I may start creating content on the beautiful places in Abuja. Have you been to so place in Abuja? Have you been to so place in Abuja? Have you, this is the wonderful place to be in Abuja? Have you been? One day, if I create it, if I start telling people the beautiful places in Abuja every blessed day, people will start seeing beautiful places and all the rest of them. And a celebrity. Tomorrow there may be, tomorrow people may be doing inauguration, or people may be doing inauguration. They will invite me to come. And one of the selling points is that tomorrow another industry, maybe this estate whatever builders, they may want to start develop one estate. They will invite me to come and market it. So we talk about people avoiding copyright, we talk about people going to content creation, we talk about how to choose a career and how to choose a field on content creation. We talk about this last thing we talked about was content creation marketing, which is all about what and different things you are supposed to do. There's one guy, finally we have come to the end of our training program tonight. So there's one guy, have you heard about the guy that always say it is plenty, it is plenty, it is plenty? The guy that advertises cars in Lagos every day. So every day you can have you seen SUV 340? It is plenty. Have you seen SUV 3499? It is plenty. Have you seen SUV? That's his own content, and he have his own slogan. His first word is plenty, is plenty, is plenty. So anyway, there is plenty. Think about it. Anyway, yeah, child. You think about the comedian, one particular person comes to your mind. So try to be unique. Don't try to copy people's. Don't try to copy people's own uniqueness, like their own word. If you try to copy, it is plenty. It is plenty. Anytime you say it is plenty, it's plenty. Anytime you talk about it is plenty, it's plenty. What comes to somebody else's mind is somebody else. It is not you. So try to have your own kind of uniqueness in creating your content. Try to see if you can have your own, like, try to have your own uniqueness in your content creation. If it's possible, for example, you're creating content on relationship, and you're creating content on relationship, marriage, and you're like, hello, this is your boy, this is who. I want to ask a question. When was the last time you knocked? When was the last time you knocked? Okay, let's ask a question today, but our topic today, you talk about different things. So anytime you start your content, you can have something like a unique word you always say. People can now know you for that. There are different content, people that do comedy, you can just say, chai, chin, aye. So anytime their comedy can never be complete. Even Sabinu's comedy, they have his own slogan. Even anybody that does one comedy or the other, you must have a particular pattern that when they appear, I say this guy is the person. So try to see if you can be unique. Try and see if you can be unique in doing your content. Try and see if you can be unique. Not like Sabinu, most time he put on his blue suit and maybe small tie. And so if you are creating your content tomorrow, you want to put on small suit, your blue suit and small tie, anybody will mistake it, but somebody can mistake it to Sabinu. So whatever you do and try to grow, you can never take care. You can only help the person that is Sabinu to grow than you. So try and be unique in what you do. Try and have your own uniqueness, and bear in mind that you cannot grow overnight. Try and bear in mind you cannot do what? You cannot grow overnight. Don't look at how to pay somebody else 100,000 naira to grow your YouTube account overnight. No, don't look at how to pay somebody 50,000 naira to grow your, and say I'll give you 40,000 organic. I'll give 4,000 people to watch our 100. If you do that, if you pay somebody 100,000 naira now and you monetize your YouTube account when you have not even reached the requirement, and you give you everything, bring every family member to subscribe to your account, it means that people that are going to subscribe to your account, they don't even know you, they don't know what you are doing, they don't even like your content. Maybe they only subscribe to your content because maybe they have 1,000 people in a WhatsApp group, maybe in a Telegram group, that their job is to subscribe to one account. So when you pay them 100,000, everybody can just subscribe to the other account, and even if you post 100 content, they are not ready to watch it because that is not why they subscribe to your account. So try and see if you can grow your content in your own pattern and in your own way. And finally, one thing I have seen and I keep saying is this: be consistent, don't give up, have a specific time when your program comes up. Let people now be aware that your content are always available by so time. Don't give up, be consistent, and don't forget that you need to market your content. The first time for us to hit 1,000 for first time for us to hit 1,000 people on YouTube, we have to market our content. We have to even tell our workers, people that we are with us, even our friends and well wishers, we have to tell them, what if I pay people to subscribe? Okay, that's a question. We have to tell people to subscribe to our channel and all the rest, and people subscribe. Now, instead of paying people to subscribe to your YouTube channel, do you know you can drop a link on Facebook and tell people, subscribe to my channel, drop your account, subscribe to my channel. I'll create 5,000 naira to the first 10 persons that subscribe to my channel, or to the first 1 person, or to the first person, the first 2 persons that subscribe to my channel. Before the next 30 minutes, 1,500 people or 200 people, you go to your channel and subscribe. I don't know if you understand. So you don't really need to pay, like you go and pay me 100,000 naira now and tell me, give me 1,000 followers, and maybe what content you are creating is content on news, and you speak French. I speak Igbo, I speak English. Everybody I know speak English and speak Igbo, and I bring 100 people. I bring 100 people from you in Aba or in Nariara market. They subscribe to your channel where you talk about relationship in French. Do you think your content will grow? That's the question. Do you think your content will grow? Because 100 people I'm bringing from you from Nariara shoemakers to subscribe to your YouTube channel, they don't understand French, they don't speak, they don't even hear. So when you speak French, and you do your videos, you post, even 1,000 followers, you cannot grow with that. Let's see if you can. Do you have any question? Ask question. Let's answer all questions. Let's answer all the whole questions before we have come to an end of our live program. Let's answer the questions before we call it an end. Please, I invite you to please post back your questions. If your questions have not been answered, please copy it and repost it again, please. I want to respond to questions in the next 2 minutes, and we'll call it an end. Please send back all your questions back if they have not been answered. I said you should not buy followers with money, but you can encourage people with money to subscribe to your channel. You can say, subscribe to my channel, first 10 persons, I'll give you 100 naira airtime. 1,000 people will rush and subscribe. You select 2 people, or you select people from there, and you appreciate them. Do not buy followers with money, because you cannot buy organic follower with money. Drop your questions. Let me respond to questions 9, and then call it a night. Please drop your questions. Let me respond to your question. Any question that we didn't respond right now means you did not repost it again, and possibly by next time we can now start up again with response to those questions. Now, although I don't want to talk about it because our time is now this is not part of what we want to talk about now, but based on the question you asked, they are what we call organic followers. Organic followers are people that are following your page or your YouTube channel, or there are people that are following you based on what you are doing, based on who you are, based on the content you are creating. I give you an example. I have 29,000 followers on Facebook, a different account that we are talking about is about news. We have a different account that we are talking about Abia State politics and the rest of them, with about 11,000 followers or thereabout. And now I have a personal account, my own personal account. We have about 6,000 followers or thereabout. Now I give you an example. If I If I come online on my personal account that people with over 600 people, people that knows me, people that knows my content, that are following as a person, I come live on Facebook now this night, and just without even saying a word, I'm looking at my camera. Followers, the people following me will increase. You see, what you see is Stanley following, this person following, this other person following, Cynthia following, Chidera following, Grace following, Chedi following, Stacy following. So many people that know me personally will be following me to watch the live video that I'm doing, because they have known me personally and they know the kind of content I create. But if I go live on maybe on a different account, maybe on our different company account, that my face is not known, and I don't project my face as an image, and I keep my face like this and without even talking a word, people will come online and will like, what is happening, what is happening, what is happening. Somebody will just come live, look at nothing is happening, will go off. But on a personal account that I have created with my face and as an image, people will come online and will be waiting for me to talk, because they will know like maybe this guy wants to say something. And we are done for this night. We have talked for 1 hour 21 minutes on a live video tonight. We are explaining people about content creation and all the rest of them. Please if you have any question, drop your last question and let's respond to your last question. In summary of what we discussed tonight, what we talked about was let's look at it. Yes, I also put in on Facebook, I speak English. If you put your content on Facebook, you speak English, yes, it is good. But let me tell you, for the guy that commented that he speaks French and he speaks English, he put his content on Facebook and he speaks. So now one thing that you're confusing people more. I don't know if I understand. You are confusing your followers more, because you come today, you speak French, you have 20 people commenting. 20 people commenting and telling you, hey, well done, thank you, God bless you. They are commenting. People that I don't know if you understand. People that are speaking French are commenting. You having 20 people commenting. You come tomorrow, you speak English language. You speak English language. Okay, you don't speak French, no problem. I'm just giving an example. You come tomorrow, you speak English language, you post the content too. Somebody else, people that are speaking French already, some of them may not be hearing English. Some of them may not be hearing English. So when you don't communicate in one particular language, it becomes also a problem. So in summary of what I'm talking about is that you need to have your own pattern. You need to have your own pattern, and you need to have your own style of communicating to people. And whatever content you create, people want to learn. People want to laugh. People want to be engaged. People want to use their data. If for in summary, one of the last live video I did in Umuahia, I have over 1,500 people connecting live to watch the program. At the end of the day, we have over 100,000 people that watch that live program. At the end of the live program, I told my audience that we have come to the end of the program. But it was my personal account that I was using. I said we have come to the end of the program, but now I am going home. So I was still going home. I cannot believe that over 1,000 people were still live watching me when I was still going home. Like watching me as I was going home. When I have told them we have come to the end of the program, I have left the venue where the program was still showing. I was still going home till I reached the bus stop. 1,000 people were still watching me live, waiting for me to end the video. So that happens when you are creating content. So when you are creating content and people have known your face, for example, and they know your face as a person, and maybe use your face to do whatever you want to do consistently, they try to, like, give you example, Okulo Randibo, the person called on Facebook, Okulo Randibo, he have built a very good fan base, and he have been known to extend that even if he keep his phone like this, without speaking a word, 1,000 people will be watching him live without him talking, because he have built a content, he have been able to promote himself and also what he does online. So God bless you, and thank you for joining us in tonight's live video. Please, we call it a night, and we will continue by tomorrow. God bless you. See you tomorrow by 9 p.m. on the dot. Thank you.